We know that our climate is changing rapidly. Storm events are more intense. Droughts and fire seasons are lasting longer. Temperatures are on the rise. Such changes are affecting numerous species, including salmon, who are highly sensitive to warming temperatures. The good news? Salmon are masters of adaptation. They've adapted and thrived over the last 10,000 years of melting ice. In fact, the enormous diversity in salmon species and populations that we know today is the result of their adaptation to shifts in climate since the last ice age. One species of salmon, sockeye, have adapted to freshwater lakes for their young to grow for several years before heading out to sea. In the Skeena Watershed, there are dozens of freshwater lakes that host sockeye. Each of these lakes is unique, like the fish that grow in them. Some are small, shallow, and warm, where food production and fish growth is high. Others are large, deep, and cold, where food and growth have been low and slow, and there are many lakes in between. Until recently, the warm and historically productive lakes were considered the most important for sockeye, and we focused our attention on these habitats to sustain salmon in the future. The cold and unproductive lakes have largely been ignored. However, over the last century of increasing temperatures associated with climate change, those historically unproductive lake habitats are in fact the ones that are becoming more productive. As Bob Dylan once sang, "The slow ones now will later be fast, for the times they are a-changin'." Nature is not static. Its productivity, that is, how well it feeds animals like salmon, ebbs and flows like an ocean tide, continuously changing over the course of time. What does this mean? It means that salmon require a variety of habitats to persist in a changing world. Similar to a financial portfolio where a diversity of stocks provides the most stable return on investment, Pacific salmon will more likely prosper in an uncertain future if they have a diversity of intact habitats in which to adapt. Collectively, the variety of freshwater lakes in the Skeena Watershed form a diverse portfolio of future options for salmon to thrive. How can we ensure that wild salmon persist and thrive under future environmental change in places like the Skeena? By protecting the existing variety of freshwater rivers and lakes that they require. Let's be proactive stewards of salmon and give them a fighting chance. We can begin here. For more information, visit SkeenaWild.org. Want to help? Donate to SkeenaWild Science Program.